Good morning, everyone. I am Marian Rose S. Bacod, and in this presentation, I will be evaluating Gawad Kalinga. It is a well-known social marketing and social mobilization initiative in the Philippines. So, using the monitoring and evaluation framework that I developed, yung IPOOI or yung input, process, output, outcome, and impact framework, I will now assess how effective the program is in terms of implementation, results, and yung long-term impact nito. So ang focus po natin is not just what the program does, but how well it actually creates meaningful change. So background lang po ng Gawad Kalinga, this is a very close movement to my heart because this is where I got my internship in my college days. This is where I did my internship, and I am also a mission volunteer at Gawad Kalinga way back. So yung Gawad Kalinga or GK is a nationwide movement that was established in 1995 that focuses on addressing poverty, homelessness, and community development. So it works through multi-sector partnerships including po yung mga local government units, mga private corporations, schools, and volunteers. So unlike traditional programs, no, Gawad Kalinga goes beyond simply providing housing. So it aims to build empowered and sustainable communities. So hindi lang siya housing program. When people hear of the word Gawad Kalinga, they would think of it as a housing program. So it is a movement for nation building. For the input level, Gawad Kalinga demonstrates a very strong foundation. So the program mobilizes multiple stakeholders, including LGUs, private sector partners, yung mga academic institutions and volunteers. So it has access to both financial resources and human capital. Particularly no yung mga large scale volunteer engagement. Additionally din, the program is guided by strong values such as dignity, empowerment, and community ownership. Makikita po natin na well supported ang Gawad Kalinga in terms of resources, partnerships, and guiding principles. So these inputs provide a solid base for effective implementation. However, there are important limitations at the input level to consider din po. First, the program shows a high dependence on volunteers. While this promotes participation, volunteer engagement can be inconsistent over time. Second, there is variability in funding since the program relies on external donors and partners. So this means that financial support may not be always stable. Lastly, these factors raise sustainability concerns. So kahit strong yung input, may risk sa long-term continuity nito. So this highlights the need for more stable and institutionalized resource system. At the process level naman, Gawad Kalinga demonstrates a strong and well-structured implementation approach grounded in social mobilization. So the program actively engages communities through bayanihan activities, no, where volunteers and beneficiaries work together in building homes and developing communities. So this process fosters not only yung participation but also a sense of ownership among beneficiaries. So in addition po nito, no, the program conducts community organizing and leadership training, so which are very essential para ma-empower po yung individuals to take active roles in their own development. So dito po natin nakikita na hindi lang sila yung recipient, nagiging partner din sila sa development. So yung these processes po no align with key principles of social mobilization, particularly yung participation, empowerment, and collective action. So however din po, the effectiveness of this program depends largely on local leadership and community engagement, which may vary across different areas. In terms of implementation din po, Gawad Kalinga leverages partnerships with local government units, schools and organizations to ensure that the program delivery. So the program also emphasizes no community empowerment by involving beneficiaries in planning and implementation process. So hindi lang sila tinutulungan, tinuturuan din silang tumayo sa sarili nilang paa. On key issues naman, one key issue is the variability in implementation quality across locations. So some communities may have strong leadership and active participation, while others may struggle due to limited capacity to resources. At the output level, Gawad Kalinga has achieved yung significant and tangible results. So these include the construction of GK villages, which provide housing for families na in need talaga, as well as the delivery of social services such as yung education, yung health programs, and livelihood initiative. So the program has also no, successfully mobilized thousands of volunteers both locally and internationally. Makikita po natin na very visible ang outputs. Literal na there is bahay, may community, may programs. Additionally din po, the program has expanded its reach across multiple regions in the country, which demonstrates its ability to scale operations. So despite the strong outputs, there are still limitations that need to be considered. So while the program has a wide range of reach, the level of services provided may not be consistent across all communities. So some areas may receive comprehensive support, while others may only benefit from housing without sustained programs. No, there is also a stronger emphasis on infrastructure development, particularly yung housing, compared to long-term service delivery no such as livelihood and educational support. So ang tanong po dito is after building the houses, 'di ba? What happens next? Additionally, no, there is also limited tracking of whether outputs are sustained over time. At the outcome level, Gawad Kalinga contributes to several positive changes. So first, it improves living conditions by providing secure and uh, safe housing. Second, it increases community participation by involving no yung mga beneficiaries in development activities. Third, it strengthens social cohesion. So as communities work together and build relationship through shared experiences. So may pagbabago hindi lang sa environment but also na sa relationships and mindset nito. Yung mga volunteers develop also a strong sense of social responsibility and civic engagement. So these outcomes reflect yung mga early stages of behavior change, which is yung key goal of both social marketing and social mobilization. However naman po, there are gaps in measuring these outcomes. So, while improvements in living conditions and participations are very visible, makikita po natin, there is also a limited data on whether these changes are sustained over time. So, for example, it is unclear no whether communities remain self-sufficient after initial interventions. There is also limited measurement of a long-term behavioral changes such as yung continued participation or economic improvement. So hindi pa fully nasusukat kung sustainable ang pagbabago. So this highlights no the need for stronger outcome indicators and long-term monitoring system to assess the sustainability. At the impact level naman po, GK aims to address broader societal issues such as poverty, inequality, and social exclusion. So the program promotes empowerment, dignity, and nation building by encouraging communities to become self-reliant. So at it also no influences social norms by promoting volunteerism and collective action. So dito po natin makikita ang transformational potential program. So if sustained po ito over time, these efforts can contribute to a very long-term social development and improve quality of life for the communities. However, no, measuring the impact remains a major challenge. So impact occurs over a long period and is influenced by many external factors such as yung government policies, economic conditions, and other programs. So dahil po nito, it is difficult to attribute observed changes solely to Gawad Kalinga. Hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na GK lang ang dahilan ng pagbabago. So additionally din po, yung long-term impact data may not always be available. So it will make it even harder to assess the program's full contribution. So in terms of monitoring, GK tracks activities such as housing construction, volunteer participation, and program implementation. So this monitoring system help ensure that activities are carried out as planned. So documentation and reporting also support transparency and accountability. However, monitoring is primarily focused only on outputs rather than the outcomes or behavioral changes. So, mas nasusukat ang ginawa kaysa sa nagiging epekto ng programang ito. So, to improve monitoring, the program should include indicators that track changes in knowledge, attitudes, and practices. In terms of evaluation naman po, the program would benefit from a more structured and systematic approach. So, this includes yung establishing baseline data, defining clear and measurable indicators, and conducting regular assessment. So, evaluation no, should also use a combination of quantitative methods such as yung surveys and qualitative methods such as yung interviews and focus group discussion. So, mas nagiging malinaw kung gaano kalaki ang epekto ng program. So overall po, Gawad Kalinga is a strong and impactful social marketing and social mobilization program. So it effectively mobilizes communities, build partnership, and promotes values such as volunteerism and empowerment. So the program also demonstrates strong implementation and visible results. However, it needs improvement in monitoring and evaluation and sustainable measurement. Kasi strong yung GK sa implementation but kailangan pang palakasin ang evidence of long-term impact. So to improve the program, no, several recommendations can be made. So first, strengthen the monitoring and evaluation systems by developing clear indicator and improving data collection. Second, ensure sustainability by establishing more stable funding and institutional support. Third is expand the program's reach to benefit more communities. And fourth, standardize implementation to ensure consistent quality across location. So, mas magiging effective ang program kung structured, scalable, and sustainable ang approach. So in conclusion, yung Gawad Kalinga is a highly relevant and impactful program that addresses critical social issues such as poverty and inequality. So it has a strong foundation in community engagement, partnerships, and values-based development. However, to fully demonstrate its effectiveness, the program must strengthen its monitoring, evaluation, and sustainability strategy. So, sa huli din po, no, ang tunay na sukatan ng success ay hindi lang sa daming activities na kinandak, kundi ang tunay na pangmatagalang pagbabago sa komunidad. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much and have a great day.